Hi, this is Greg Bishop with Business for Photography, and in this video I'm going to cover the 3 fundamentals of your photography business that you got to have clarity on and have to be working together. And while this seems like a pretty obvious thing that I'm going to cover, I'm amazed at how many times this is the problem that photographers have with their business. These 3 things actually just don't work together, or they're not clear on them. And the 3 things are, first, you've got to be really clear and understand why you're in business. How much time do you want to put into your photography business? And how much money do you want to get out of it? How much do you want to earn? But just as importantly, what kind of a creative outlet are you expecting this to be? Are you looking for relationships with other photographers and with your clients? How important are those kinds of things in your photography business? You got to be clear on those kinds of things. You also need to be clear on what it is that you sell. What are the packages, the pricing, the products, those kinds of things that you sell? Specifically, how much time and money does it take you to provide those, and how much money and what are your pricing that you actually get paid for that? And then you have to make sure that that makes sense with why you're in business. If you're looking to sell products that take X amount of hours to provide per year, and in order for you to make enough money that year, it's going to take more time than you want to for your business, then these things aren't working. It's not going to work. And most of the time, photographers aren't very clear on this part. When I come and work with them for the very first time, they're shocked to find out actually how much time and energy and money it takes to create the sales that they're creating. But anyway, that's the first thing you got to do, is make sure why and what work together. The next thing you have to do is make sure you're clear on who you're selling to, who your target market is. And specifically, it's not just everybody in your area, but most of the time it's maybe a certain income level or an age group or a certain lifestyle or a style or some kind of thing like that your target clients seem to all have in common or that are similar about them. You've got to be able to know who that is and be clear on who that is. And who you sell to and what you sell have to make sense. You can't sell large portraits to low-income housing, just like you can't sell the cheapest photography to people that are expecting large art in their homes. Those 2 things aren't going to be compatible. You got to make sure that this works together, and obviously you also have to make sure that why you're in business and who you sell to are compatible. Now, this is actually a lot like your aperture, your shutter speed, and your ISO. Those 3 things have to work together. One may be the priority, and the other 2 have to then be set to accommodate that priority. And most of the time for photographers, it's why you're in business is first set, and then maybe what or who you sell gets set next, and then the remaining gets, but you've got to get all these 3 working together. And I've given you a couple things, some things to make sure that you're clear on. Go through and check this out. See if this is working in your photography business. If these don't work together, there's no amount of marketing, there's no amount of hard work and effort that's going to overcome this friction that's created by these not working together. So anyway, obviously I've gone over this really briefly. I have a full online course at businessforphotography.com where I go into a lot more detail and worksheets and help you go through all this. But obviously if you got any questions, let me know. I'd love to respond. And good luck in your photography business and creating the value that photographers do around the world.